Friends, you all understand the multitude of life forms that surround us. The basis of classification and evolution, and also the need for classification. Good. What's next? Bindu is ready with utmost important and interesting information. In this video, you're going to watch the 5 kingdoms of classification made by Robert Whittaker. Learning objectives. You are going to learn hierarchy of classification, kingdom, monera, protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. Keywords: organization, the state where things are organized and arranged in a particular manner. Phylogenetically, it studies evolutionary relationships among various groups of organisms based on evolutionary history, similarities and differences. Evolution: the process of acquiring changes step by step. Autotrophs: organisms that prepare their food. Example: plants. Heterotrophs: organisms depend on other organisms for food. Example: animals. Saprotrophs: organisms that depend on dead and decaying matter for food. Parasites: organisms that depend completely on other organisms for food and shelter. Taxonomy. Taxonomy is the science of naming, describing and classifying organisms and includes all plants, animals and microorganisms of the world. Concept map. The hierarchy of classification. Groups. You already know biologists such as Ernest Haeckel in 1894, Robert Whittaker in 1969, and Carl Voss in 1977. Have tried to classify all living organisms into broad categories called kingdoms. The classification Whittaker proposed has come into existence? Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and Animalia, and is widely used. These groups are formed based on cell structure like unicellular or multicellular. Mode, source of nutrition. Body organization like eukaryote or prokaryote. The modification was introduced by dividing the Monera into Archaebacteria or Archaea and Eubacteria or bacteria is also in use. Further classification is done by naming the subgroups at various levels as given in the following scheme. While started separating organisms based on a hierarchy of characteristics into smaller and smaller groups. The basic unit of classification started with species. What is meant by species? Organisms that are similar in structure and function and can interbreed with each other are called species. Example, Homo sapiens means humans. Felis catus means domestic cats. Escherichia coli means E. coli bacteria. What is genus? A taxonomic group of two closely related species together form genus, or organisms consisting of structurally or phylogenetically closely related species. Example 1. Cat, genus Felis silvestris catus is the scientific name for the domestic or house cat, whose closest relative is the genus Silvestris, libica, the African wild cat. Example 2. Dog genus Canis familiaris means domestic dog, and Canis lupus familiaris means domestic wolf dog. Canis is a genus name for dog. And Silvestris is the genus name for cat. What is family? A taxonomic group of two closely related genera together form family, or organisms consisting of structurally or phylogenetically related genera. Domestic and wild cat belongs to genus Felis. Tigers, jaguars, leopards, and snow leopards belong to genus Panthera. But both genera belong to family Felidae. Example, cat family Felidae, Felis, Silvestris catus. And Felis, Silvestris, Libica. Dog family Canidae, Canis familiaris. Means domestic dog. And Canidae, Canis lupus familiaris means domestic wolf dog. Canine, which includes multiple extant species, such as wolves, dogs, coyotes, and golden jackals. What is order? An order is the level of classification which consists of a number of families with similar characteristics. Example, the order Carnivora includes many families like Felidae and Canidae. What is class? A class is the level of classification which consists of a number of orders with similar characteristics. Example, dog belongs to phylum Chordata. Class Mammalia. Order Carnivora. Family Canidae. Genus Canis. Species C. familiaris. Example, cat belongs to phylum Chordata. Class Mammalia. Order Carnivora. Family Felidae. Genus Felis. Species Silvestris catus. What is phylum? Phylum is a taxonomic ranking that comes third in the hierarchy of classification after domain and kingdom. Organisms in a phylum share a characteristic that distinguishes them from organisms in another phylum. Example of a phylum is Chordata. A phylum of the kingdom Animalia. What is kingdom? A taxonomic rank that is composed of smaller groups called phyla or divisions in plants. Kingdom. The kingdom is the second level of classification and divided into Animalia, Plantae and Fungi. Animalia divided into phyla. Plantae divided into classes and fungi divided into orders. Let's go fast into Whittaker's 5-kingdom classification, which was accepted by everyone. Monera. It's a big confusing kingdom. Cell structure. Prokaryote. Body design. Plant or animal. Mode of nutrition. Maybe autotrophic or heterotrophic. Special characteristics. On the other hand, they show diversity based on many other characteristics. This group includes bacteria, blue-green algae or cyanobacteria, and mycoplasma. reproduce by splitting into two organisms. Some monerans cause diseases, but others are helpful to people. Example, bacteria. Protista. Cell structure. Eukaryote. Body design. Unicellular. Cell wall. Absent. Mode of nutrition can be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Habitat. These live either solitary or in a colony. Most reproduce by splitting into two. Special characteristics. Some of these organisms use appendages such as hair-like cilia or whip-like flagella for moving around. Example, unicellular algae, diatoms, protozoans like paramecium, amoeba. Fungi. Cell structure, eukaryote. Body design, unicellular or multicellular. Cell wall present. Mode of nutrition, heterotrophic, saprophyte. They depend on dead and decaying matter, hence called as saprotrophs. Habitat. Usually see them propping out from the ground or on bark of trees during rainy season. Most of these reproduce by spores. Some fungal species live in permanent mutually dependent relationships with blue-green algae or cyanobacteria. Such relationships are called symbiotic. These symbiotic life forms are called lichens. Example, we have all seen lichens as the slow growing large colored patches on the bark of the trees. Plantae. Cell structure, eukaryote. Body design, multicellular. Cell wall present. Mode of nutrition, autotroph. as they prepare own food with the help of chlorophyll by the name of photosynthesis. Example, plants. Animalia. Cell structure, eukaryote. Body design, multicellular. Cell wall, absent. Mode of nutrition, heterotrophs, depend on others for food. Example, animals. Points to remember. Recall.